Hello, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning. You're here onto the civilized presence. So, okay, just 1 second. I'm just trying to put this on Facebook. Well, welcome to Facebook, guys. It's good to have you here this morning. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome to the civilized presence. So, just give us a minute. It looks like we have a. Do you hear that we have like a feedback? I'm not so sure why. Um, Welcome, Facebook. Welcome. Good morning. It's so good to have you. Just give us a moment. We're just trying to get things started. Let me know where you're joining us from. Okay. We're having a repeat. Did you hear that?
Yes, I can sense that.
Yes. We're having a bit of a repeat. Okay. 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 Perfect. Well, welcome. It's so great to have everyone here. I think things are working out pretty well now. So you're welcome to the civilized presence. You are in the right place. I am so excited to be here with us and welcome. Let me know where you're joining us from. And do us a favor, you can actually start a watch party this morning or right here on Zoom. But I'm still hearing an echo. I'm not so sure why we're hearing an echo. Okay. Well, this is going to work out pretty well. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. We're just trying to get things moving. Our guest is all the way here from Egypt. So sometimes the network can be a bit fuzzy, but we're so excited to have her here. It's session number 101 of the Civilized Presence. We started this last year in the month of April, and we've been paddling along. It's been exciting. It's been great. Riham, I think we have some security on your page on Facebook. I could not post on your page. Can you pick this up from my page? And welcome, Zineb. It's good to have you here from Morocco. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Welcome, Esther from Nigeria. It's great to have you here. Bola from the UK, it's great to have you here. I am so excited. Just give us 2 minutes. We're trying to get this video visible for everyone. We were having some feedbacks, but everything is about to just roll on nicely. So thank you so much, all of you, for making out time to be here. Thank you. Thank you. It's all going to work out pretty well. So just give us a moment. Sometimes this happens, but we're good to go. We have a watch party on, and we're ready to go. So boom. So guys, welcome to the Civilized Presence. If you're here for the very first time, you are in the right place. The Civilized Presence is an online TV session where lives are changed, where people discover their self, their purpose, their voice, and learn social skills to thrive in the real world. So if you're looking at becoming a change maker, trust me, you're in the right place. Now, my name is Louisa Akaizo, and I am your host for today. I feel so honored that you responded to the call, to the flyer, to the post. How did you get here? Did you see it on my page? Did you see it on Instagram? Welcome. Are you here on replay? Welcome. Hello, Gabber. It's great to have you. Hello, D. It's great to have you guys. Come on in and let me know where you're joining us from. Welcome, Eric. Just come in and just give us some thumbs up, give us some hearts. The thumbs up means, Louisa, we love what you're doing. The heart is, Riham, we love you so much, and we're looking forward to the message. It's going to be great. Some of you might have seen the post, or you read about it, or you have heard about what we're about to do here today, but I can assure you that it's going to be amazing because we have the expert right here in the house. So usually we're here every Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, some of you might be asking, so what do you do? So I'm a certified master civility trainer and a leadership speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. And I work confidently with leaders and professionals that place great importance in themselves and their reputation. And that's going to be you this morning because you made out time to be here. And welcome, Nene. It's great to have you here, my friend. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So, we're here every Mondays and Fridays, like I mentioned to you, and the focus of this Facebook series is really to help restore civility in our society. You will agree with me that civility has become a lost art. There's so much pain and hatred in the world. And so it is time for us to look back into ourselves and find out where did we get things wrong at. So really what we do here is breaking it down into tiny little bits and for us to show you how easy but simple it is for you to be civil. And you can begin with little things like saying please and thank you, or good morning, or even share a compliment like I'm going to do right now to Riham, that Riham, you look amazing this morning. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. So guys, yes, Nina, thank you. It's so good to have you back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we're here live today, and it's always good to have you in the house. And welcome, Wenger. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Bay. Thank you so much for being here. Izzy from Canada, I'm so honored that you made out time to be here. Now, I can see some other people jumping in from different screens, guys. Now, if I haven't mentioned your name, that doesn't mean that I don't care about you. I love you very much, but it's just because you're not directly on my personal page, and that's why I'm not seeing your name directly. So please come on in and say a quick hello, and let me shout out your name and treat you like a VIP that you are. So welcome, Jabba. It's great to have you in the house. Thank you so much for making our time to be here. Now, some of you are still foreign or do not know what the concept of civility is. And I've chosen to share a definition today from P.F. Funny, Dr. P.F. Funny. I call him the grandfather of civility. He did so much work. He left us a couple of months ago, but he's still here with us in spirit. And that states that being civil means being constantly aware of others and weaving restraint, respect, and consideration into the very fabric of awareness. So civility is a form of goodness, is a form of gracious goodness. Civility is being responsible for your actions, continuously easing the experience of the people next to you. Accept and give criticism if you have to, and apologize earnestly. And you know what? Last month, I took you to some lessons on how to increase your civility. So if you're still struggling with that, you can think about the golden rule, treating others the way that you want to be treated. You know what? Sometimes we think that we're confused, we don't know what to do, but the minute that you ask yourself the question, if I was on the other side of the table, how would I feel? Ta-da! The light comes on. And you realize that you probably have to adjust your habits and your behavior. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Helen. It's great to have you, Wenger. I'm so excited that you made our time to be here. Thank you so much, my friend. It's such an honor to have you here from Nigeria. Welcome. So guys, just come on in and let me know what country you're joining us from. Okay, so if there's one thing that you want to take away, is that civility is focused on positive people's treatment. That should sink in, because what this is all about is I always want you to go away with something that you can use and replicate and even share it with somebody else. So I'm not the one who's going to do it alone. Civility must begin with us. The change that we want to see, we have to be that change, guys. And so I'm so excited to have you here this morning. Thank you so much for all of you who are just jumping on in. And thank you. It's a Monday morning. It's raining here in Virginia. But guess what? I'm excited that I'm spending some time with you. And of course, spending it with the most beautiful Riham, all the way from Egypt. What can be so more amazing than that? Thank you so much. So, Riham, please take a moment and just say hello to the audience. Over to you, Riham.
Louise, I'm so excited to be with you today. We've known each other for quite a while now, and at last we're together on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, with all those lovely people, Nina, Zainab, and lots of others' names that I cannot read through the computer. It's not clear yet, but it's so exciting. I've been invited by the nicest, sweetest lady, Louisa, for a while now, and at last we made it. We both are so passionate about people development. We've been working in this field for more than a decade now. The idea of developing people skills and assisting or contributing, playing a small part in your life, it's truly a pleasure and truly an honor. So I thank you, and I'm sure, Louisa, thank you for this, for allowing us to be part of your life and your development plan. I've been doing this since 2007 now, using my background in engineering and in management, and I sensed, as Louisa did too, that it's not only about what kind of certificate you have, what kind of it have to make it in this, about a bunch of other stuff that makes the proper kind, right mix, as we say, the right mix. And the right mix has, as Louisa summed it up in a so clever way, it is civility. Civility, it's not by the old sense of politeness. It is not politeness. It is knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. Is making the other people comfortable. It's making the other people happy to be with you. It's making the other people open up to you. And hence came the idea of leadership. If you allow me to jump in here, Louisa, or you need to put some input.
No, I have to. Absolutely. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Guys, I told you you have the right person in the house today, and we have some amazing people who are jumping in. And welcome, Pharrell. It's so good to have you. That's AICI president. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited that you're joining us this morning. And NK from Nigeria, it's great to have you here. I have Arlene, my sister from the United States. It's great to have you. I have Anana. It's great to have you here. Helen, thank you so much for making our time to be here. Guys, I am so excited and so pumped up. And you know what? Let me take a moment and just say thank you for believing in me. Thank you for standing by me. Thank you for supporting the course. Thank you for being part of what we're doing. Because without you, the show will not go on. Guys, you know why I'm so excited? I love you guys. You were all VIPs. And that's why I have to treat you like one. So when I shout on your name, it's because I appreciate you. Thank you so much for always being here with me every Mondays and Fridays. So we're just going to jump right into the topic of today. Now, some of you might have read it. You might have seen the flyer, but if you did not, we're talking about charismatic leadership today. And I love this topic, guys. I know people are familiar with transformational leadership. People are familiar with positional leadership and different forms of leadership. But charismatic leadership is unique, and it's so important that we're a part of this great form of leadership. And there's so much you're going to learn from it. So for some of you who are hearing it for the very first time, you were in the right place, and you can bring on any questions that you have because the expert is right here. Now, let me tell you a bit about who Riham is and why I'm so excited and just so, I'm telling you she's the expert, and I mean it when I say she's the expert. Now, Riham Hawary, I don't know if I pronounced it right, Riham, but forgive me this morning. I'm going to get it right in a couple of minutes.
You're
Sometimes
getting
when
it
you,
perfectly well, sweetheart.
yes, sometimes before the cup of coffee, we might make a mistake, but I'll get it right soon. So, Riham is a certified master in image consultancy from the City and Guild, UK, which has made her the first certified master image consultant from the Middle East region, as well as the first personal branding strategist. She has been certified by the International Coaching Institute as an executive master coach and has excelled in international corporate etiquette with the Protocol School of Washington. Through the University of South Wales, Ms. Hawary studied business psychology, which allowed her to conduct in-depth analysis on organization and employees' performance and corporate culture. And guys, let me tell you, that's just a little bit about who Riham is. She is amazing at what she does. She is right in Egypt, in Africa. So if you've ever thought about visiting Egypt, this is the right time to discuss about this because we have Riham in the house. Riham is running several institutions in the area of image consulting, personal branding, personal development. She does a lot of work in the workplace, works with VIPs, with leaders, with the government, working with individuals. And so this is why she's the right person to talk to us about charismatic leadership, because this is something that she doesn't just educate people, but she lives it. This is who she is. And so she knows what this is about. And so, guys, this is why I'm so excited. So listen, grab your pen and paper if you haven't gotten it yet, because there's going to be a lot for you to put down. Maybe a cup of coffee, so you're not like me. A glass of drink, depending on what part of the world that you're joining us from, and just bring your questions on. So my very first question for you, Riham, of course, because the way that this runs really gets started with the questions and we begin the conversation. Sometimes we have a question from the audience and we just take it on. So my first question for you would be, what is charismatic leadership and how did this even come about? I think I want you to give the audience kind of like an introduction before we carry it on. Over to you, Riham.
Okay. I'll put it in a very simple way because I don't like big terminologies. It doesn't make the idea stick in. Leadership, by virtue of being a leader, it is making people trust you and making people follow your patterns or grab your vision and implement it. In order to lead people, you need to have some set of skills. We collected those skills, some of those skills, and we called it the charisma. The charisma is having a certain appeal with the people who are listening to you. This appeal comes from your connection with them, how you form this connection. It comes from your ability to understand the people needs, your ability to give them what they want in terms of actions and in terms of wordings and in terms of direction. It's your ability to understand where they are coming from and where they want to go. It also have some appearance characteristics, which is how you dress, how you move your body, which is your body language. A charismatic leader is a complete look and a complete action. So when I say that that person has a very big charisma, it means that he has the ability to connect effectively with others and put them in a state to understand what he's saying, believe in what he's saying, adopt it as their own idea, and perform according to his vision.
Wow, this is powerful. I am
It
so
is.
excited even to learn. When I was preparing for this session, and I love the definition of charisma from Max Weber, and I thought that was great. And he stated that it's an occurrence when there is a social crisis, and a leader with exceptional personal qualities shows up with a radical vision and provides a solution to the crisis, but attracts followers who believe in the vision and perceive the leader to be extraordinary. I thought
Exactly.
that was great, especially being a person who has a background in image consulting. That just shows that, your personal skills, your social skills, your image is so important as a leader. So that kind of gave me hope. And this is why I want to learn more about charismatic leadership. And welcome, Melissa. It's great to have you here in the house. And welcome, Samuel. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, Fedra. Welcome, Ifejola. Welcome, Austin Hansel. It's great to have you here. Guys, I can just see all of you coming in. But if I don't mention your name, I want you to know that I love you so much. Thank you for making up time to be here because we have to go back to the deal of the day. Okay, so charismatic leaders are essentially very skilled, high skilled communicators because of course, they're able to communicate to their followers on a deep and emotional level.
Right.
Now, how do you see civility helping them out in doing this? Over to you, Riham.
Okay. Well, let's hold your definition about civility. And if you can kindly say it again to our audience, your definition about civility, and I'll take it from there.
Yes, so civility is focused on positive people's treatment.
Mm-hmm.
We can think about civility as the golden rule,
Mm-hmm.
treating others the way that you want to be treated, but
Right.
overall being responsible for the impact of your actions. And I love the verse that says that you actually anticipate what those impacts will be or
Right.
consequences will be.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. So exactly what you said, I'll add to it a part of is being understanding. Let me put it that way. Being understanding doesn't mean necessarily is being sympathetic or empathetic. It's part of it. But being understanding is knowing the other's needs.
Mm.
If you, for example, Louisa, don't understand your audience needs, they will not come here and jump in and hear what you are saying because you have a matched needs. And then you take this needs a little bit further by bringing experts to add to their knowledge. So you're taking their one step ahead with enhancements and so on and so forth. You keep on developing their needs. So it starts by a person needs. And what is a leader if he cannot give me as a follower my needs? So let's hold it from this point. Civility is understanding others and making other people comfortable in a sense of being polite, being decent, being serving, being really willing to take the extra mile to fulfill their needs. So in terms of civility, civility becomes at that point an integral part of being a leader. So civility as a leader means that you need to choose your words very carefully. You're choosing your tone very carefully. You're choosing your eye contact. You're choosing your voice. You're choosing your language as well as your appearance. You're choosing your what you believe in. You choose your mottos. All of this stuff combines together in a way to be, we call it civility, being nice, being hospitable, being a servant leader, as we say. So
Thank you
civility
so
is
much.
an integral part of leadership.
Thank you. And I love that definition. And welcome, Azuka. It's so great to have you here. If you're just joining us for the very first time, the conversation today is about charismatic leadership. You've never heard about it before, you're not a part of it. Come on in. you're in the right place. You can come and learn more about this form of leadership and why it is so important for you to be civil as a charismatic leader. It kind of looks like you cannot even be a charismatic leader if you're not civil. Because it's not about you, and that's what I loved about charismatic leadership. So it just kind of brings me to my very next question for you.